Previously on We Have Darkvision. The orb. Where is it? You saw a sort of, it's a ghostly figure, but it seems like a solid person. But they seem faded, and you walk into the Great Hall. The man on the dais, he turns his head and he kind of locks eyes with Kroy. The noise in the room sort of starts to fade to a dull murmur, and then everyone winks out of existence, except for the man on the dais.
Captain Ruckrat Jacobson, I presume?
No. My name is Tarek. You recognize the name Tarek as being the legendary figure of your world. He is the one that united the elf and human and dwarven armies thousands of years ago. And Tarek says, I think we need to go up the Wolf Rock. There are words carved into the stone.
Oh, God, it's a riddle.
Another hole opens up, and another dart flies out. And shoot out towards where Nubz is.
So I take out the last piece.
You hear like a loud sort of snapping noise, and the doorway that was carved between the two statues starts to open up, and there is another short hallway with a staircase beyond it that will bring you further up the Wolf Rock. Okay, so you guys, Tarek goes up the staircase. I'm assuming you follow him.
Yeah. Same order. So me, and
Okay.
then Borat, and then Nubz.
At the back.
At the top of the stairway, there is a small sort of landing area, and then there is a long hallway
Helicopter
that goes
pad?
forward. But the hallway is a little bit, like it's not just a regular floor. There is about 10 feet of hallway, and then there is a pit that stretches for about 50 feet or so.
Oh.
Great.
There is a tiny ledge along the right side of this pit that is angled slightly towards the pit. Right beside you, inside this like landing area, there is a torch and a container of lantern oil and flint and steel. And that's all you can see from where you're standing right now.
What's in the pit?
Peer over the edge.
I don't know, Kroy. Maybe you should go right to the edge and see.
Everybody stand 50 feet back from me.
So you're going up to the edge of the pit?
I'll go investigate.
The pit itself is about 35 feet deep.
That's big.
The ledge that's on the right-hand side, like I said, it angles a little bit in to the pit, and then it's about a foot wide, and then from there, it's not a straight drop down, but it's a much steeper incline into the pit. And the ledge seems to be covered in like a sort of whitish, shiny, like slime.
Well, this looks really
All
nice.
right, Tarek. What's going on? You're the one that knows this route.
Yeah.
What is this pit? And
What
do
the
we
fuck
do?
is that slime, Derek?
And he says, "This is all new.
Of
We had
course it
very,
is.
very different defenses in my time. Obviously, they've been changed in the thousands of years that have passed.
Yeah.
Were they this fun before?
They were interesting.
Okay.
Interesting in what way? Give us an example.
So I'll bet that this pit is full of poison darts.
Oh, probably.
Just all propped up.
It's like the pit and saw.
Here, wait. Do I have something I can throw down the pit?
You have a
You got
plethora
a-
of darts.
You also have a mop
I'm
and
gonna
a
throw
bucket.
one dart in the pit and see if there's any noise. Like, because is it just gonna be spikes? Is it gonna be nothing, or is it gonna be like
Monsters.
snakes,
Steaks.
steaks? So I take the
Steaks on a
poison
plane.
dart and I throw it down.
Okay, cool. You hear, like, so this hallway is, again, dark. Do you still have a produced flame, or did you put it away while you were doing your thing?
We'll just assume that I'm kind of just keeping it here.
So
with
when
me.
your hands aren't like occupied doing other
Yeah.
things, you have okay, cool. So there's a little bit of flickering firelight from behind you. So with your dark vision and that little bit of light, you can still sort of see the bottom of the pit decently enough that when the dart hits and you hear it clatter along the stones, you're pretty confident that it's there's no spikes or anything at the bottom of the pit. It's just a stone floor. But as far as you can tell, like the white slimy stuff, you can't really see whether or not it's still there as it goes down the hallway. So you don't know if it's at the bottom or not. It sort of fades into the darkness and it's not as shiny.
What if we use the torch that's in that landing and light the
goo?
The goo. The sweet hot white goo. Use the torch and light it on fire.
All right, let's see if it's flammable.
I'm not doing anything
Okay.
for you anymore.
I'm going to Sparta
I pick
kick
up
her.
the torch. I pick up the torch and I put it into her produce flame
Okay.
to light it. And
Okay.
then I put the flame of the torch towards the goo.
I'm
Okay.
standing far back.
As you do the goo slime, it doesn't catch on fire. It actually just sort of retreats away from the flame. Not in a wide radius, enough that you think you could probably like for you to exist in, but not. It doesn't like keep going. It just sort of like I don't know, maybe a 3 or 4 foot wide.
Goo radius.
But this
Yeah.
is like a sloped thing, so it's not like we can just walk along it.
It's true.
Like
We have no choice.
you think you could. It's
Oh, I'm
sloped.
could
It's
try.
not going to be like just walking down a hallway.
Yeah. It would require some
Dexterity?
certain kinds of checks.
Oh, well, I'm not good for those.
Yeah.
So
All right.
someone else can go first.
I'm also going to pick up the flint and steel just to have it.
Sure.
Everyone look around. Is there a giant log that we can use?
Oh, yeah. Giant log would be nice.
Off topic.
What else do we see? Can I do it? Do I have to do like an investigation check to like look around? Because you said from where we were, that's all that we could see. I'd like
Eric,
to see
what
more.
was this room in your
Oh, that's a good question.
Well,
in
this
your time?
this was a hallway with a different form of trap in it.
Okay. And this hallway leads to ...
Wolf Rock.
Well, if we continue along this pathway, we'll find another staircase that will lead us up to
Oh, good.
the
Another
platform
staircase.
at the top of the Wolf Rock. It'll lead us to the Wolf's Eyes.
Was that one also trapped? Probably.
In my time, it wasn't. I can't speak to what it is now.
Okay. Well,
Hey,
Let's see.
Tarek, since you're not like actually alive, why don't you go across the border and
He's
see
going to
what
fucking
happens?
moonwalk over the ocean.
Sure. I guess so. And he starts to walk across it. And as soon as he steps out of sort of the radius of the flame, his foot slips and he slides down into the bottom of the pit.
well. Okay, well.
You hear a little bit of like clattering and everything, and then you hear, I'm okay. I don't know how I'm going to get out.
Yeah, neither do we.
How does it look down there?
Yeah.
Also,
Investigate.
it's kind of incredible that you just sort of did that because Nubz said to do it.
I'm
Some
very
fucking save
intimidating.
you.
Yeah.
I am intimidating. I do have the infernal or the bad reputation.
Starting to know why this guy is dead, I mutter under my breath.
I pull out the mop. Time to mop up some goo.
Time to mop up some goo.
Is that how we get past this puzzle? Kroy just lights the mop on fire
So
and fire mops it. Fire mop with me, baby.
I think now we know in order to pass, we need the torch to kind of like light the goo around our feet.
Yeah, you can lead the way with that torch and we'll walk across
So
it.
when I pull the torchlight away,
It comes back into.
damn it!
Now I have produced flame. Can I just like use my flame to get across?
I'm
in
sure
theory?
you could.
Well, I mean, you can try.
Abby, you're the smallest one.
Just hurl her over
Here.
the pit.
I was actually wondering if you want to just throw her in there instead of the dart, but you know. Oh
Throw her down so that Derek has some company.
my god.
Yeah, Derek, are you any booby traps down there?
And you can hear sort of footsteps walking around.
Not really an answer.
And then he says, hang on a minute. I need to look at things. And he inspects everything. And he says, it doesn't seem to be any traps. It's just a pit. And then you hear him walking back towards your end. And he says, do you think you can, like, lower a rope down for me or something?
We're going to wait till we get to the other side before we do anything
That
too
seems
risky.
easier.
Yeah. Rather than you slip on the fucking goo again.
Yeah, that was ridiculous. I've never seen something so clumsy.
Savior. Can't believe I put you in my
and
book of knowledge.
he says, well, I figured I couldn't die in this area, and now we've learned something, so I think it was worth it.
Well,
Huzzah.
you're still alive. Did
Ah.
you take any damage? Who knows? None of us are that self-aware.
All right. Bort.
I'm gonna start walking across with the torch at my feet. It's a 4-foot radius, so it's like good enough for one person.
Okay.
I think what we could maybe try,
Put me on your back.
Fireballs.
or like now that we've got a companion down in the pit, one person can like go across with the torch, throw
Oh, yeah.
the torch down
Give
to
the
him,
torch to
and then
him
he
and
can walk
stay
back and
on
toss it
your
up to
feet.
you.
Yeah, I guess.
And then the next person, we only need 2 people to get across because you have produced flame.
Mm-hmm.
I guess we also got to get Abby across.
Yeah.
but
She can go on your shoulders,
yeah.
or you can put her in your inventory.
The ledge, it would be much more, would make you roll to walk across the ledge if you have Abby on your shoulders, because it's not a wide ledge, and it would, so that's up to you.
She can do it
Is that a
herself.
dexterity check?
If she falls, she'll be the easiest one to get out
Do
of
it.
the pit.
Do it.
Actually be an acrobatics check.
Okay, cool.
This is for
I'm gonna try it.
This is for
Sorry,
Abby.
Abby, if this sucks.
Okay. So Abby is like clinging to your shoulder. She's sort of on your back, like a backpack.
15 plus 4, 19.
Woo!
That sounds good.
Okay. You get about halfway across.
Oh, great.
And once you do, you see that there is a doorway on the other side of the pit that you couldn't see from where you were standing. There's a small landing area and a door with some runes on it.
Like at the bottom of the pit?
No,
Okay.
at the
I was
same
gonna
level.
say,
At the same
Derek.
at the same level that you're at
Okay.
across the pit.
Okay. Neat.
Yeah, so you see that.
Guys, I see a doorway over there and
Where
it has
am I?
runes.
We're on one.
You're still on the other.
I haven't pushed
landing,
you
right?
in yet, but I'm really thinking about it.
Probably shouldn't have brought Abby. But I see a doorway and I'm halfway across and it has runes on it. What do the runes look like? Do I know, or is it just...
They're not things that you recognize.
Okay.
Hey,
Derek, tell.
We see a rune doorway. Or I see a rune doorway.
And he shouts up, "Great! I still don't know what that is.
Okay.
It must be new."
Cool.
Don't worry, we'll get you out of there soon enough.
Only
Don't have
to
to be
get
so
you to look.
snippy.
Snippy
Okay, well,
savior.
I want to keep going, so I keep going.
Okay. So you keep going. You get across to the other end.
Yeah.
Everything is okay. Abby gets off your shoulders.
Hooray.
What do you do?
So someone else needs to come across. Do any of us have a rope to
Yeah,
get...
I've got 50 feet of silk rope.
Okay, well that's helpful. So, I'm gonna... Hey, Tarek, how's your throwing arm?
Pretty good.
Okay.
I used to pitch in college.
Okay, good. Because I'm gonna need you to throw a torch back up to Kroy.
Okay.
All right, so here's the torch. I throw it down at him.
And he says, "You couldn't have put it out first."
Nope. You had to see it.
You see him sort of stamp out the flame at the bottom when you hear him walk back across the other side. And then out of sort of the darkness of the pit, this torch just flies up out of it and lands at your feet.
I pick it up quickly.
Okay.
I light it
Okay. On what?
on her hand.
Oh, right. She has it. Okay. I forgot because I was like, Dave, you took the thing that lights
know.
torches.
No.
Yeah.
But no, everything's okay because she has fire.
That's it.
Okay, cool. Which one of you is going across first?
You go first. Or I can carry you if you want.
No, how about you? I'll go first, and how about you just count to 500, and then you can come across.
How about 5? Go.
Yeah,
Run.
okay, I start hustling. I'm waving the fucking thing at my feet.
Okay, cool. You get, I don't know, a quarter of the way across, and then Bort, you see a shadow at the end of the hallway on your side, sort of detached from the wall.
Oh, one of those detached shadows.
No!
Is it our friend?
Hey, Tarek, I'm seeing some shadows up here. Do you know anything about that? It just detached from the wall.
And he says, does it look like the ones from last night?
It might. It could. Does it?
Yeah, it does.
It does. It does. It does look like one. Now that I think about it.
The more I stew on it.
The more I think about how it looks like one from last night.
Okay, he says, don't touch it. Get me out of this pit now.
Okay, rope time.
I guess I can.
Don't be so stubborn.
Do you want me to throw the rope though, or do you really
Pass it to me. I'll run over to the other side, and I'll get him out.
Fine. I throw the rope to Kroy.
Okay, Kroy, make a dexterity check.
Oh, fuck, it's gonna fall down, isn't it? 2 plus, is it saving throw or what?
It's just your dexterity modifier.
2 plus 4.
Don't worry, Derek. You're getting some rope.
Okay, your hand like brushes against the rope, but
You
it
basically,
goes
like,
just out of your reach.
Hit it to
and
the ground.
You basically spiked it down into the pit.
Yeah, nice fucking throw, Nubz. Just throw the rope up at his end. Derek?
Derek gets his rope.
He has the rope. He's gonna try and throw it up.
Alright, so this is where he dies.
His first attempt does not work.
Okay.
He says, "Give me a minute." And as he says that, the shadow starts walking towards you and Abby.
Old
Guys!
cold fingers.
I can't. It's gonna touch me again, and he said not to touch it. Hurry up, Tarek.
Kroy and Nubz, what are you doing?
I'm still on the thing. I'm trying to get across.
Okay, are you like being careful or are you like hurrying?
I'll hustle.
Okay, give me a dexterity check, or an acrobatics check.
15 plus 4.
Okay, cool. You make it almost the whole way across at this point in time. Nubz, what are you doing?
I'm taking my time. Am I on the side with the door?
You're on the side that you entered in from.
No, I mean, like, because wasn't there a weird door?
Oh, yeah, no, that's on the opposite side of the ledge.
Where the shadow is.
No, the shadow is by you. Bort.
Then where's the door? Opposite side of the ledge. But like,
Okay. I will explain again.
Thank you.
So there is a hallway.
Okay.
From where you guys entered, all you could see is the ledge, the pit, the far end, and the hallway turns. As you walked across the ledge, there was a small doorway inside. So from what Tarek said to you and from what you can see, going along the hallway would be probably what brings you upstairs. He didn't know what this door was, so it's obviously not the entrance to where he was leading you guys. So it's there. You guys don't know what it is. He doesn't know what it is. It's just a doorway that's across.
And we would have had to, like, leap to it.
Yes.
Oh.
Oh, can
So
I try
I
that?
experienced a mirage and thought that the door was on the other side.
Ah, I see.
I missed it.
You want to try and
Perception.
leap across to the doorway?
I want to see what's in there. Actually, no, it's fine. Because I'm poisoned. I can't do anything right now. I'm just going to slowly walk across. Like,
Okay.
I'm in no rush.
Cool. Bort, Abby moves behind you,
Yeah.
which obviously makes a lot of sense.
Yeah.
You by accident kick her into the pit.
Now we
And
got
the shadow
two
moves closer
people in
towards
there.
you, and he reaches out towards you.
Oh no.
I'm going to dodge its touch.
Grapple him, baby.
No, because that's touching it, and I'll get cold again.
What's your AC?
18.
Okay. So he swipes out towards you, and you sort of matrix dodge it a little bit.
Good.
He just misses you, but you feel like the air beside you turn cold. Tarek, you hear him shout from the bottom, heads up, and you see a rope fly up. There's a large knot on the end of it that he's tied, so he can get some purchase on it, and it flies up and lands beside you.
Oh.
What are you going to do with that?
Help me. I need to get him up here.
Okay.
Grab the rope.
Okay, so are you going to like try and untangle that knot or whatever?
Untie it.
Well, you have to do like it's mostly in a ball now.
Oh god.
So you have to like
So he tossed up the full rope.
Yeah.
Okay, yeah, I guess I tried it, but the stupid monster thing is going to touch me while I'm doing this.
I mean maybe. Okay, roll sleight of hand.
All right, hurry up, Kroy. 16 20.
Okay, that's awesome. Kroy.
Yes.
You're still scurrying along?
Yeah, but you said I was near the end of it.
Yeah. Are you still running?
Yes.
Okay, I need you to give me one more dexterity or acrobatics check.
God, I'm gonna slip. I was gonna save your life.
If you don't slip, please distract the monster. That's
my
gonna kill
plan.
me and Abby.
I'm coming, Borat. Yeah,
Oh,
17 plus 4.
Okay, cool. So you move across, and you now have
Ninja
the time to do whatever you want.
I'm
there.
gonna
Help!
dart right to that fucking shadow.
Okay.
What?
It's just like you're a monk, and like every attack this entire thing has been throwing darts that you pick up off the fucking ground. It's just like, no, I got my knowledge and my darts. That's what being a monk is all about, right?
So I throw
I'm
the
not
bitch.
against it.
Yeah, so you throw it.
Time in bars.
Make your attack roll.
6 plus 6.
Damn, motherfucker.
That hits it. It it sort of shoots through the shadow, but you can see it like.
Oh, what if
do
it got
the-
pinned to the wall? That'd be so
It's
cool.
like get Bort in the eye because it goes through.
So roll your damage.
It's a D4.
Yeah, D4 plus whatever.
2.
Yeah.
1 plus 2.
Wow.
That's
So
3.
3. Okay.
And I lost another dart. I'm only down to 7.
Have you not been picking up your darts?
I mean, I did for the most part.
Okay.
I lost 2 at the beginning of this.
Okay.
We're scrambling.
You understand? I throw a lot of darts. It's hard to keep track.
So the dart flies through the shadow and he spins towards you.
I got you.
Nubz, I assume you're still just easing along.
Yep.
Okay, cool. You did a very good job untangling the rope, so you can do whatever you want with it right now.
All right, I want to tell Tarek that I'm putting the rope down. I'm going to pull him up.
Okay, cool. You do that. Give me a strength check.
12 plus 1.
Okay. You feel like the weight of him pull on it, and you get pulled forward a little bit. But you sort of gather your balance and you brace yourself, and you slowly start pulling the rope up.
Good.
Abby is screaming at this point.
No, it's gonna make the shadow touch her.
The shadow moves towards Kroy
Good.
and reaches out towards you.
I don't fear the cold.
And he, what's your AC?
16.
Okay. He touches you.
Oh, no!
And you take 3 damage.
Get up here, Tarek.
I don't feel good.
And hold on.
What the fuck is this?
Your strength score is reduced by 2 temporarily. So what number is your strength score?
12.
Okay, so it's now 10, so your modifier is 0 at the moment.
Ugh. Fuck! Don't worry, you just need to take a nap.
I take a nap.
We like naps is the name of this.
I do love naps.
Tarek is continuing to climb up. You can feel him climbing and Bort pulling. Nubz, you're almost at the end. Very close, but you're still taking your time so you don't fall, I assume. Okay, you're almost there. Kroy, it's you now.
I'm swinging again. I gotta keep this motherfucker at bay.
Okay.
Let's go. Give me the jewel. Get that thing out. I can do what I want. It's a game of Dungeons and Dragons. Okay, live a little. 3.
That's your...
Oh my god.
Plus 6?
That's your... You rolled a d20 and got 3 plus 6?
3 plus 6, yeah.
Okay. You miss. You swing through the air.
Fucking apparitions.
Bort, give me one more strength check.
All right, here it comes. Here it comes. Here it comes. Here it comes. Fuck. 4. Right? Yeah, 4.
He's gonna get pulled in and everyone's
4
gonna
plus 1, 5.
Okay, so you've braced yourself already, so it's just everything is still happening at the same speed. You're just not pulling up any faster.
Calm down, Abby. You're stressing me out.
Yeah, she's still screaming, just panicking. Sort of, she's like running in circles a little bit.
Yeah, you're stressing me out, Abby.
Nubz, you've now made it to the end of the ledge. You're now on the main platform with everybody else. But as you get there, 2 more shadowy figures sort of start coming down the hallway towards you.
Do I have to throw my last Ultra Ball?
Nubz, you have a chance to do something now if you would like.
I'm going to throw my fireball at them.
Oh, yeah.
Cool. Which one?
One in the one that was
The one that's
was
attacking
engaged
you guys?
already.
Okay, yeah, cool. Do that.
So that's 15.
Okay, so you hit it.
Yeah.
Roll your damage.
Roll the damage. Give me the jewel.
We're literally gonna have so many complaints about Colin.
What? No. And my name is Kroy.
1d8. 1d8. Double damage.
Like, this is an editing nightmare.
Yeah. So the secret is you have to lick the dice.
I got 3.
You got 3?
Yeah.
Okay. It doesn't seem to be super affected by the fire. So you've done 1 damage.
Fuck.
Ugh.
At least it warmed me up a bit. I feel better.
How you doing down there, Tarek?
You can sort of see over the edge, and he's almost up at the top. So give me one more strength check.
Pull him up. Just fucking yank him.
8 plus 1, 9.
You know what? Since he's close enough, I'm gonna also make him do a strength check as well.
Aw, Tarek!
He's gonna slip and fall all the way down.
Okay, between your effort and his, he now has his hands on the ledge, and he's pulling himself up.
Okay, good. And then the shadow is gonna poke me again?
The shadow is actually going to go for Nubz.
Because I attacked it. Cool,
true.
that's fine. It's not
cool
like I have any health anyway.
What's your AC?
12.
Okay, he misses you as well.
What the fuck? Why you touch me when I had 16?
He rolled better.
Yeah.
He was really mad at you. He does not like gnomes. You actually hear him, like, as he reached out towards you, he's like, I hate gnomes. Okay. So that's fine. Tarek has now pulled himself up, and as soon as he...
Wow, thanks for joining the party.
Well, I could have been up a lot sooner. Doesn't matter. And he pulls out a giant sword, and he just cleaves straight through the shadow, and it disappears. And he runs down the hallway towards the other two, swinging his sword, and they both disappear. And he says, we need to move fast.
Okay.
What about the door? The door with the runes. Also, by the way, fucking rock on, dude. That was awesome.
What is a sword? What is up with that? Why did that work?
Excalibur.
What's so cool about it?
And he says, there's probably a reason that I'm a legend in your time. And he runs down and heads around the corner to the stairway. Are
I'm
you guys
a little
following him?
turned on now.
I
Yes.
guess, but
Yeah,
like,
the door with the runes.
We'll come back to that. It's fine.
will we? We'll see.
Who cares?
We'll make
You'll
a note.
forget
Of it.
about
Making
it.
a note. Door
Put
with
it in your
runes.
book of knowledge.
Door with runes in the slime tunnel.
Door with runes.
All right.
Derek is cocky.
I've picked Abby up now. I'm running with her.
Okay, cool.
Let's go. Yeah, we all hustle.
So you guys all hustle.
Yeah.
You guys turn the corner, turn up the last staircase that leads up to where he said the wolf's eyes would be. And you get up there, and you see that there is a swarm of these shadow people. And he is just spitting, just like dispatching them left, right, and center. And he points down a hallway to the left. There's 2 hallways. And he says, you check that one. I'll check this one. And he heads down the right where more of the shadows are. And they sort of follow him. So this leaves the other hallway open at the moment.
Should one of us go help him or
No, he
don't
said
think that we can.
Yeah,
Pretty
he seems
useless
to be
anyway.
fine. He's doing great. Let's all go down. All right, so we go down the right?
Left.
Left.
Right, I was paying attention.
Welcome to Tony Hawk Pro Skater, where we're doing kickflips and Benihanas in this halfpipe all day long. That's right, you're halfway through the show. Gag this week is skateboarding. Did you like it? Tony Hawk Pro Skater was the best game ever made, so that's cool. So I guess before we get into anything else, our next episode comes out on Tuesday, May 28th, and that's next week. But before we get to that, we have a special grouping of episodes that we're going to be releasing later this week. Before we started this campaign and this podcast, we played a short little one-shot called The Secrets of Skyhorn Lighthouse. And it's written by our friends over at the Arcane Library. And it was a ton of fun, and it was really great. So we wanted to share it with you guys. And I'll tell you more all about it when those episodes come out. But for now, I would highly recommend you guys go check out the Arcane Library. It has a bunch of different resources for DMs and one-shots and campaigns, and they're so much fun and they're so well constructed. I would highly recommend checking it out if you want to run some things for your group, or if you just want to check out how campaigns are made. They're great. So later this week, we will be releasing our 4 episodes where we played through The Secrets of Skyhorn Lighthouse. Otherwise, all our regular stuff, like you can find us on Instagram, and that's where we're going to be announcing our new episodes and all that stuff, and you can find artwork and all that kind of thing there. You can find us on Twitter at DarkVisionCast, and if you tweet about us, share our stuff, there's a chance that you might get a character named after you in the show, or anything of that sort. Maybe somebody's shoes. Maybe you'll be like the Nike of the world. Like maybe your name is like Jordan. Oh, maybe your name is Jordan, and then you'll be like Air Jordans will be named after you. That would be pretty cool. There are shoes that make you fly, I think, maybe. So maybe you could be like Super Air Jordan. I have no idea. If there's not shoes that make you fly, maybe I'll create some, and then there will be shoes, and then you can be Air Jordan, or whatever your name is. It could be Air Michael. I'm just stuck on Michael Jordan right now. That's all I'm thinking about. Basketball is neat. And then you can also find all of our stuff over on our website, wehavedarkvision.com. So yeah, you can check all of that out. And if you like our stuff, it would be awesome if you could share it and give us a review or a rating or anything like that wherever you find your podcast, be that on iTunes or Apple Music. Is it that yet? Or who cares? Or Spotify or Stitcher or wherever you get it. Also, I'm recording this before the show. But I'm participating in a Survivor-themed comedy show, if you guys want to check that out. The first show is May 20th, and this episode is coming out on May 21st. So as of right now, I think that I'm still in this competition. But there's a good chance that by the time you've heard this, I'll have already been voted off. But I think I'll make it past the first round. But who knows? Either way, the next show for the Survivor-themed comedy show is going to be on May 27th, and it's taking place at 8 p.m. at the SoCap Theater. So you can go check that out if you like Survivor and you're in Toronto. It'll be a lot of fun. Also, if you like fun, check out Colin North's Twitch channel, which is twitch.tv/Colin North, and you can find him playing video games and having fun, and you can pretend that you're having fun while you watch him have fun. Or maybe you really like watching people have fun, and that's how you have fun. I don't know how you like to play video games or consume them. Maybe you hate playing and just like watching them. It doesn't matter what you like, though. Well, no, that's not true. It does matter what you like. I care about you guys. But his Twitch channel is a lot of fun, and you can go hang out and talk to him and all that sort of stuff and see what he's up to. Otherwise, I think that's everything for this week. And we will see you guys on, I know I just said it, on May 28th. That's everything. Later, dudes.
So you go down this hallway, and then it curves a little bit, and you see a bit of light appearing, like daylight, and it opens up into sort of a platform, and you can tell that you are now in the Wolf's Eye, and you are looking out over the expanse of like the fortress and the forest beyond it, and all of that. But there's nothing there that you can see other than the view.
It's beautiful.
How nice.
I haven't seen sunlight in days.
A whole day, really.
Yeah, really. It's been about 6 hours. 20. Wait, how long is a day? 20.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah.
You got it.
Yep, nailed it.
All right, sweet. So are we looking for the other eye as well to like see if how do you think Tarek's doing?
What are we even doing here?
I mean, I
see
guess
a view.
Tarek didn't.
Yeah, we're all just standing there like, great, awesome.
Tarek didn't exactly say anything because I don't think he really knows exactly what you're looking for. All you know is that Abby said that the wolf looked angry.
Wait,
you could tell
here
by his eyes.
because of the child?
Abby, do you see anything?
And you ask her that, and again, her face goes into that blank sort of
Oh God,
thing.
We need to go get a fucking.
And she
priest after
says-
this.
the other eye.
Oh,
"Oh, it's always
Isn't
the
that
other
where
eye."
Derek went?
And she shakes back and comes back to the present again.
oh.
All right, I guess
Thanks,
we have,
Tony, we need to talk about your phases, but not right
Later.
now. Later, let's
over some booze, right?
Huh?
Live.
I mean,
Even I know you're not supposed to give a child booze. Speaking from personal
Borat, you're being
experience.
what world
immoral.
are you living in?
Mine.
I guess we go back.
Okay.
We're coming for ya!
Let's go, Derek. Wait up.
Weird child said other eye.
Okay, so you get there, and when you turn the corner, you see that he's still fighting some of these things, but there's only 3 of them left. And they are sort of dodging out of the range of his sword, and he looks like he's tiring a little bit. Obviously, he was just swarmed by all of these things. What are you guys going to do?
Here, let us help. We all put our hand on his sword. Whoa. Transformers.
Yeah, you guys turn into Voltron, Defender of the Universe.
Yeah, we. I think that we try to distract the shadows so that he can get a good swing on him.
Okay, since you spoke first, Bort, what do you do?
I walk up to go and take a swing at one of them, or I say, "Hey, over here, Shadow Beast."
Okay, they don't turn towards you at the sound of your voice.
So I shoot an arrow at it then.
Okay, cool.
2
Okay,
plus 8.
so you miss. The arrow clatters against the wall, and it makes the first one, the one closest to you, sort of turn its head, and Tarek takes that minute to slice it in half, and it evaporates into the shadow.
I done did good.
Yoo-hoo, boys.
And it again, they don't react to your voice.
Oh. Well, I guess I'm just gonna have to throw these daggers at them then.
Sure, go ahead.
18
Okay,
plus 3.
yeah, that hits.
That's a hit. Where's the 4? 3 plus 1 is 4.
Okay, so it takes 4 damage, and it and it spins, but Tarek is occupied by the other one, and he doesn't take advantage of the distraction that you just caused. But he does continue to sort of back down the hallway towards sort of where you would think the opening of the eye would be. And you see him sort of get towards that entrance where like the sunlight starts, and the shadows don't follow him.
No.
Oh, let's go.
But they're in between you and him.
Let's kill these motherfuckers.
What the fuck is he doing?
And Tarek says, lure them into the light.
Oh yeah, sure. That's so
Alright.
easy to do.
I'm gonna run past and try to lure it with me into the light.
Awesome. It's going to provoke an attack of opportunity. You can just run past, so I'm going to roll. You don't have to.
Oh. I'm just running.
And he takes a swipe at you and misses. You get past him.
Yes.
So you're on the side with Tarek. Was somebody carrying Abby?
I think,
Me.
yeah, you were
Okay.
carrying Abby.
So Kroy and Nubz and Abby are still further down the hallway now.
Oh, well, let's try running past as well. Well, I'm going to try running past with Abby.
Okay.
I'll just toss her over to you.
Yeah.
I forgot to make you roll with disadvantage on your attack roll. But
Fuck!
you don't have to roll anything.
Good.
But since you are carrying her, they get advantage
Of
on
course.
the roll.
And I'm
What's your AC?
12.
Okay. He does manage to reach out and touch you.
Great.
You feel cold.
Great. Just great. So awesome. Fantastic.
I have a question for you.
Oh no, what is it?
You're carrying Abby.
Mm-hmm.
You sort of have the opportunity to use your body or Abby's body to sort of
No,
absorb.
I'm obviously not going to use the child. I'm going to do it myself.
That's what I thought. I just thought I would ask.
I want
What's
a
Abby's
monster.
HP?
Yeah, what's Abby's HP? She fucking, like,
She did take
So you take
thick.
She took a hit from the light ball.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, yeah. But she passed out.
you take 4 damage.
Great.
You feel the cold
Fantastic.
spread through your body. Abby whispers, "You're cold."
Wow, you don't hear me complaining.
Your strength score is now reduced by 2 temporarily. What's your strength?
0.
No, the other number.
0. 11.
So
no
your
strength.
your strength is now -1. Kroy, what are you doing?
Well, apparently everyone else is fucking hauling ass, so I'm gonna run by them.
Okay, and that's a 1. So you get by no problem.
Wow.
Nice miss, motherfucker.
So you guys are now all on the side where the light is starting, and these other 2 shadows aren't moving towards you anymore. They're just sort of standing in the hallway.
Oh. Well, I guess they don't like the light.
Onwards and outwards.
Yeah.
Okay.
Can we get Tarek to go and like kill them just because?
Well, maybe we'll solve the whole problem. Maybe we're solving the shadow puzzle right now.
Maybe. All right. Investigate the eye.
Okay, so you guys continue down?
Yeah.
Okay, so Tarek follows with you, but he's like backing up, like facing the shadows with his sword out just in case.
Okay.
You guys enter to where the sort of the eye opening is, and you see sort of just floating in the middle is a small brass orb
Oh.
with intricate carvings on it. And there's a slightly bluish swirling mist around it.
Hey guys, doesn't that sound familiar? Flashback to montage.
Where is my orb?
Oh yeah.
I'm gonna go for it. I'm
We're
gonna
gonna go for the orb.
grab-
Actually, let's all roll to see who grabs the orb first.
Sure. All of you roll dexterity.
Well, 4,
15.
Okay, she's got it.
8 total.
Okay. Nubz grabs the orb.
Yeah. It burns me. It fucking kills me.
It doesn't. You grab it, and as you touch it, like it's floating there, right? So
Yeah.
as you grab it, you don't feel any weight in it, but as your hand sort of like closes on it, you feel the weight sort of come into existence, I guess, or whatever. And the tendrils of like mist and everything sort of wrap around. Nothing's happening right now, but they sort of wrap around your arm and like they swirl around you. Like you are now interacting with these swirling blue mists.
I've put Abby down, by the way, at this point.
Okay, cool.
Like,
How does Tarek like this?
Well, right now, as far as I understand, none of you have really said anything about it, so he's still sort of facing the other way. So he hasn't like seen it yet. Have you guys going to bring attention to it or what?
That's one fancy orb you
yeah,
got there.
I don't know if
Well
it's supposed to
done.
be. I don't know how I feel about this right now.
Tarek spins around and he looks at it and his eyes widen and he says, "Is that?"
I don't know. Sounds familiar.
Oh my god.
He says, "I thought those were destroyed." And he says, "Let me see it." And as he reaches out towards it, the tendrils of smoke and mist sort of reach towards his hand. What do you guys
Give
do?
him
Like,
the
do you
orb.
want to
Give
let
him the
him
orb.
take it, or
yeah,
are you going to hold on to
absolutely.
it?
I don't want to fucking die anymore. I'm over this. I'm over this. I was supposed to get some treasure. I was supposed to kill a dragon. You know what I've done? I've gotten killed multiple times.
I don't think you've died at all.
Yeah.
The fact that you're standing here speaking, sort of.
I'm a goddamn ghost.
So he grabs it, and as he does that, the mists envelop his arm, and his arm starts to fade, and he starts to disappear, and the mists start to disappear.
Tarek.
And he says, "I don't think this is over." And he disappears, the mist disappears, the orb clatters to the ground. And as it hits the ground, you hear just all of a sudden, it's like there was silence, and now you can hear a working fortress. You hear like blacksmith clang, you hear drills being like run, you can hear people shouting.
Just sounds normal.
It just sounds normal.
What the hell?
Can we
just
see anything?
happened?
From if you go out to the eyeball, yeah, you would look down, and you can see there are now the fortress is occupied.
Great.
Oh shit.
So
So it was something to do with this orb.
Is the orb shatter or is it just an orb?
It's just a brass orb now.
All right.
We're taking it with us.
Yeah, we
I'm taking it.
Okay, she picks it up.
She's got it.
Okay. You guys going back down?
I guess, but like now that we've got the orb of the shadow monsters, we're probably gonna get
Fucked with.
yeah.
Oh well. That's a problem for another day.
All right, well, let's go back through the tunnel, see if the shadow guys are still there.
Okay. They are not.
They're not.
If you would like, you can just continue down through the whole
The whole way. To
the
get
whole
back
mountain
to
to get back into
Yeah,
the fortress.
I want to get back to the fortress.
Yeah, let's get out. Let's get this bread.
Rugrats is gonna be there.
Rugrats Jacobson.
Okay, yeah, so you guys go back down, you follow through, you get through that storage room, and as you enter into the fortress proper, you now see there's a bunch of servants running around doing their tasks, and they, like, acknowledge you in the sense that they, like, see you, but they're busy, they have things to do, so they just sort of go about their business.
I'm gonna grab one by the arm just to make sure. Excuse me.
And she says, she like spins around and she's like, what do you want?
Do you? Oh my God! You see us. You hear us.
And she says, yes, I see you. Look, I have things to
What
do.
year is it?
Nubz, please let her go.
And she like jerks her arm away and looks at you like, what the fuck is your problem? And like goes about doing her thing.
Guys, you know what this means? We're alive.
We are. We've been
not
alive
ghosts.
this whole time.
I'm not dead.
Okay.
Let's get to the dais.
We need to find. What's his name?
So you,
Captain Jacobson Rugrats.
so you guys are going up the stairs now?
Yeah.
Up to the main floor?
Yeah.
Okay, cool. You guys go up the stairs. And again, there's servants running all over the place, but they're sort of just like moving around you, whatever. You get up onto the main floor, and there are two guards standing there. And they're having a sort of conversation. And one of them sees you arrive, and he goes, "Hey, you, come here," pointing at three of you.
Okay. What do you want?
And he says, I haven't seen you before. Who are you?
Oh,
We
buddy.
come bearing a letter.
Buddy.
We come from Captain... What the fuck was that guy saying?
It doesn't matter who we are. We've got news for you. And this child. This child belongs to one of you, assumedly.
Okay, the one that was speaking to you goes, it very much does matter who you are. How did you get down here?
It's a long, really complex story.
We need to see Captain Rugrats Jacobson.
It's like we were dead, but we're not dead. We're alive. And then we were dead, but we weren't dead.
And he looks at you just like
I take
confused.
a swig out of my flask.
And he says,
Remembering it.
you're going to have to come up with a better story than that.
Well, we will when you listen to us.
All right, then speak to me. Tell me what you need to tell me.
We came to this town and it was empty. There was nobody here.
And he looks at you and goes, when?
Yesterday.
And he looks to the guard beside him, and he looks back at you. He says, we've been here.
No, you haven't.
No, you haven't. Nope, not real.
Are you calling us crazy?
Ask the child.
And
Abby chimes in.
Abby does chime in, and she says, I was outside, and I couldn't get back in, and you guys wouldn't let me, and then nobody was here. And he says, he's just basically like, a child's testimony doesn't really mean much. They have
She's been missing for days.
He says, I know nothing about this. And then the other one sort of turns to me and goes, well, okay, hold on. I had a dream last night. And
Nobody cares!
well, hold on. This one is relevant to our situation, so just hear me out. I had a dream last night
Why is he talking like that?
where no one could see me. And that's it. And the other guy sort of stares at him, and he's like,
That's a hell
okay.
of a testimony.
And the
not a child.
guy that was talking says, no, Ardon, listen. Does that not sound familiar? They came. They did not see anyone.
No, we saw
No
people.
one could see me.
We just
And then you say that, and the soldier that was just addressed as Arden turns to you and goes, so did you see people or not? You said it was empty, and now you said you saw people.
But we saw not people. Like, we saw entities. We saw people
Apparitions.
that weren't
Horrible
really there.
ghost figures.
I just don't remember who gave us this letter to give to this person because I didn't write it down.
I have it. I don't remember his name.
His name is Sir Roderick. You would actually
Thank
remember
you.
that. I don't. Yeah.
Okay, Sir Roderick, we come.
No,
from-
he sent us.
That's what I said.
Oh. I thought you were
I
addressing.
never wrote any of this down.
Goblins have taken the West Fortress. Master Noam Chomsky.
I think
And as you're saying this, the one that was addressed as Arden is listening to you talk, and then the other one says, "Wait, maybe these are the guys we are waiting for."
That's it.
it's true.
Now,
Wow.
I need
Kermit.
an audience with
Yes.
Captain Rugrats Jacobson.
And the guy that just spoke to you says, "Okay, we can bring you upstairs." And the other guy says,
This guy.
"The other guy says, no, Seth. I still don't trust these guys."
Seth, like PH, F, or TH?
Seth.
That's not helpful.
Seth. S-E-F. Seth.
Oh.
Seth.
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 I don't know why I bother coming up with names since you guys just do whatever you want with them.
I'll call you
Kermit.
Hopper.
Okay, and Arden turns and he shouts sort of around the corner and he says, see, another name that it doesn't matter what I call him. He yells, because it's just another fucking stupid name. He yells, Deech.
I like this one.
This one I'm not even going to butcher.
Deech, watch our post. We're taking these folks up to see Rug.
Here comes D.
And Deech comes around the corner. He's just this sort of bigger dude, and he yawns. And he's like, all right. And he takes his place. And do you guys follow them upstairs?
Fuck yeah.
Okay.
We're about to resolve something.
Yeah, I can feel it. I can feel
You guys go upstairs, and you go into sort of that antechamber where you were the night before. And Arden says, wait here. And he goes into where that big oak table was.
Yeah.
He shuts the door.
My
And
bed.
he's in there for a minute. And Seth says, so, you were really here? And no one was here?
Yes.
Yep.
Yeah.
Well, Abby was here, but that's it. Also, do you know where this kid's parents are? Because at this point, like, she's...
We'll figure that
Well,
out.
I guess it's not that much of a
He looks at you and says,
concern.
there are many children here. I do not know all of them. If she
Well,
says she lives here, I believe she does.
Wow. So you guys just, like, don't have any systems in place for missing children? You don't give a fuck?
You guys don't have a population census.
Yeah.
If no one has reported her missing, I wouldn't know.
Great.
If someone has
Oh,
reported
she's
them
gonna be a
missing,
demon.
no one has
have-
told me.
We have a fucking orphan.
And then the door opens, and you hear a voice from inside. Hey, so come on in.
Okay, this guy's got a pizza shop, you can tell.
Do you guys go in?
Rugrats pizza. Yes.
Rugrats pizza.
Yeah, we go in.
All right. You walk in, and there is a half-orc wearing the armor of the Knights of Eld, sitting at one end of the oaken table. And Arden is there standing beside him. And he looks at the three of you, and he says, so, you have a letter for me?
We sure do.
And he holds out his hand.
Who are you?
Yeah, wait, are you?
Yeah, who are you?
Rugrats Jacobson.
You can call me Rug.
Great.
Rug.
Wow, that's great. You can call me Nubz, and you can call my friend over here Kroy, and you can call my other friend over there.
Bront.
I mean,
Yeah,
Braun?
Probably Bront.
Braun?
It's probably Bront at this point. All right, how do we know it's definitely you?
Well, hey, I told you what my name was, and I don't know what else I can do. You're
That's
in
a-
my
that's a compelling
fortress.
argument.
Oh my god, give him the letter.
Do this.
We hand over.
Do you want me to pull out my driver's license? Because, hey, we don't have cars here.
Oh my god, he just keeps going.
Oh my
take that? We throw the letter.
Shut up. We don't even care anymore. Even Happy's like rolling her eyes.
So you guys give him the letter?
Yeah.
He gives you the letter, or he takes the letter from you. He opens it up, and he reads it. And
You better not fucking rip it. We want to know what it says.
as he reads it, he sort of glances up at you guys a few times. He gets to the end, and he puts it down. And he says, so, I believe I didn't give you the respect you deserve.
Ah, yes.
My name's Captain Rugged Jacobson. Welcome to my fortress. Is Bort going to say something?
No, Bort's just like really excited because he feels appreciated now.
You were really waiting for us to have something to say there, weren't you? Because we had something to say about everything else, but we were like,
Just Bort's mouth, or Dave's mouth just went like, and I was like, oh, that's, he's going to say a thing. And then,
No,
and then it was just silence.
Jacobson.
I was just told that we deserve respect.
About fucking time.
Yeah.
And
it's been a
he
minute.
turns to you guys and he says, do you have anything you want to add to this letter?
We've never read it.
No. We never even thought about reading it. We never
What?
thought about reading it, not once.
And he hands it to you, Bort, if you want to
Great.
look at it.
The
And I look
literate.
at it. Yeah. I look at it with all of my intelligence.
Okay. Have we established that you can or can't read? I can't remember.
I don't know. I doubt it.
Okay. No, because you looked at ledgers and stuff and you got it. So you could probably struggle through it if you want.
I'm going to struggle through it.
Okay.
Here's the real, like, determining factor where it branches off based on my reading. Rug. Comma. The town of Moss Valley has been burned to the ground during a goblin raid.
Raid.
Rad.
Most
of the goblins were dispatched.
Tweety.
And Rugged speaks up at this point and he's like, hey, does someone else want to read this? Or
Yes.
Rip the letter out of.
Oh.
Shall I read from the top or?
Whatever you want to do, baby.
What's
Rug. The town of Mossvale has been burned to the ground during a goblin raid. Most of the goblins were dispatched. I questioned the hobgoblin captain, and there are more raids planned. From what I've gathered, they are meant as distractions to keep our focus away from Red Rock. I am staying in Mossvale for a short time to help the survivors start to rebuild. Afterwards, I will be traveling to each fortress to meet with the captains. In the meantime, I request that you double your patrols of the nearby towns and keep a watch for any goblin activity. Also, if you have men to spare, send a scouting patrol out to Red Rock and see what you can discover. The 3 messengers that have delivered this letter seem quite capable. Should you need more aid, I believe they would be of much use, as I am greatly impressed with their abilities. Signed, Sir Roderick. P.S. I promise the messengers a reward upon delivery. See that they receive one!
I'm glad we read the letter.
Yeah, we do deserve more
I
respect.
accept knowledge!
Okay, so Rugged says, so, what can you tell me? And we can just, do you tell him the things that happen?
Yeah.
We definitely do, because some shit went down, bro.
We divulge.
Okay, you fill him in. He listens. He's interested the entire time. He's like, you can see him running things through in his mind. And as you finish your story, he says, well, I think we need to go to Red Rock. Are you up for a mission?
Oh my god, we just got back from one.
Can we have a nap first?
Of course. There will be lots of planning we need to do.
Yeah.
Well, we're not really the planning type, though. We'll leave that up to you. In the meantime, does this child have a home?
And Abby turns to you and she says, yeah, I told you my parents live
I
here.
think you're a freaking lying orphan at this point. I'm a little frustrated.
And you see like tears roll up in her eyes.
Roll for initiative to fight Abby.
No.
Yeah, if you want to attack Abby, go ahead, I guess.
I take a dart and I just fucking...
No!
Oh my god.
My baby.
Okay,
How much HP is she?
You're owning this.
Rugged stands up. He towers over you. And he's like, hey, what are you doing? And he sort of grabs Abby and like pulls her behind him to sort of shield.
It down between his legs.
Oh my god. We were doing so well.
No, I just point the dart. I was like, oh no!
I smack the dart out of his hand.
Oh, I lose a dart. I pick it back up. Nothing. I'm just having a good time. I'm having a ball.
Arden is staring at you, and Rugged is staring at you, and Seth walks in and he goes, What were you doing? That is a child.
So about that reward.
Oh my god.
Rugged says, all right, look, based on Sir Roderick's opinions of you, I'm willing to overlook what just transpired between the gnome and the child, because you obviously need some rest. So I'll provide some accommodations for you here in the fortress. We have much to discuss, but for now, take the rest of the day and evening to recuperate. And then he hands each of you a small token, and he says, take these to the provisioner's shop in the morning, and he'll see that you receive a proper reward. Then he turns to Seth, and he's like, take him to 3B. And he sees that look, and he says, don't worry, that's the apartment number.
Oh. I'll be there.
Oh my god.
And that's where we're going to end, I guess.
Hooray!
What happens to the child?
She doesn't
And when we
get
come back-
murdered.
We'll find out what
Next
happens
week,
to
or-
Abby.
Next week.
Next episode,
Next episode, which is...
you guys will be level 3. So congratulations. Despite the fact that you tried to murder a child for no
I
reason.
didn't
For
do
literally
that.
no reason.
I didn't do anything.
Oh my god, so many cool things happen for me at level 3.
It's so stupid. I can't even aim a dart at a child anymore without being accused and slandered.
Some cool shit at level 3.